Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here with Transport Fever 2 on the Island Hub, overlooking our main hub station of Ajaxima Maxima. I can't tell if I've remembered it correctly because I've turned the UI off, but everything is looking very busy and I'm sure I remember things properly. Well, there's a first time for everything, isn't there? Yes, so what are we going to be doing today? Well, a number of things. Well, one thing in particular which I've been kind of thinking about for quite some time, but have been a little bit wary of how it might impact the setup I've got already. But the first thing I want to do, and I've not really done this for a little while, in recent weeks and recent episodes, I've been mostly focusing on old vehicles and replacing them. Now I think the game is going to prove me wrong on this at one point. I think I've removed all the steam trains apart from those that are required to go into Georgetown, which is our little island city way over here, where the mayor, G. George, has decreed that only steam trains are allowed to enter and exit his domain. We do actually have some diesel vehicles, to be honest, in there, and a couple of aeroplanes coming. Oh, there's one there. Whereas I've gone and lost it. Now there it is, coming into land. Lovely. But it's all very kind of small scale and oldie worldy. So apart from those steam locomotives, I think I've replaced all the freight ones that we had with diesels, and obviously the passenger ones with electric. But there's a couple of things I want to do. Well, I got into that sidetrack because I was about to say I'm not looking at old vehicles today particularly. I think I've dealt with those. I'm looking at profitability of my lines. I've kind of let it slip and kind of said, well, we're generally very profitable, so I'm not going to worry about some lines losing a bit of money. But I've noticed that some lines actually lose a lot of money, and I want to correct that. I mean, some lines inevitably will, to be honest, because that's the way of the world. But I want to, if I can, trying to cope with the mess I created and trying to clean it up afterwards is never as good as getting it right first time. Yeah, we know that. So I'm going to try and clean things up a little bit and get rid of some of my most unprofitable routes. So I've identified a couple of them. But you can see here we have got some really hugely profitable routes. I've got my aeroplanes sorted out, going into Ajaxima, both the passenger, is that passenger one? Actually, I think that's cargo, isn't it? It says cargo there, doesn't it? That's hugely profitable. That cargo line between Hong Kong and Erawan, again, very profitable. The cargo to Izmir and Hong Kong, that's profitable as well. And here we are, the Port Moresby passenger route, again, very profitable. No problem at all. But we do have some... Did I see that just hit 37 million? Yikes, buddy. We do have a few routes which are still quite unprofitable. One of which was the Baghdad steel bulk. We'll just take a quick poke at that one for a second. And I clicked on the wrong one, you great fool. Honestly. That's why we're doing it on this list, is because this list changes. If I have the game paused, it'll stop changing. Where's that one gone? The Baghdad steel bulk. Oh, there it is. Right, that's it, I think. There you are. Yeah, you're going into Rangpur to feed our goods factory here. It's always been unprofitable, and I try to fix that by trying to provoke the steel mill into providing more steel. Not that it needs it. The problem is plastic, as you can see there. And you may recall I did actually have 2 trains on that route. That's the wrong one. Where's the steel bulk? There it is. I did have 2 trains on there in the last couple of episodes. I've cut that down to 1 because there simply isn't the amount of steel being produced to warrant 2 trains. They're just losing bucket loads of money. The other one I noticed here was this one here. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was this one, passenger line. In fact, the very one I clicked on first time, which is under capacity, really. We're not getting the amount of passengers. I need to go up here, don't I? That's it. Between these 3 cities, Ajaxima, Turpan and Yerevan. And one of my little issues with some of these multi-unit assets, multi-unit trains, is they have very large capacities, which I don't actually need for a lot of these routes. So the first thing we're going to do here, let's just check actually how full these trains are. 37 and 100. Actually, that's quite full. Where are you? You're coming out of Turpan. Okay. Well, what I plan to do, I have done a quick look at this. We've got a couple of other trains we can use, which are just as fast and just as sort of modern. Lovely aeroplane, good. So should give us more profit out of this line and will cost us less to run, which is the key thing, I think. So these, I think, and the trouble is each component of it has its own name rather than the whole unit. If I remember, if I've identified it correctly, I think it's not you, it is it you? No, it's not you. This one, it's this one, the Odaku Series 5000, 4 cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, carries 170, that matches. Cost me 2.8 million to run a year. I think we can replace that, and I did find another couple here. This one's okay, it's carrying 70, actually this one might be a good one to use. Carries 72. We don't, that's now carrying 97. When I was watching this, prepping this episode, it never carried that many. So can we go, that's 72 as well, that's 2 cars. What about this one here? You go 99, so you're that much faster. You carry 140, no, but you're 3.5 million to run. We're not doing that. 7 no. I think, to be honest, what I'll do, let's get this train dropping off those passengers in Turpan, which is about to do, as we can see here. Then I'll cut them down to a more modest capacity, which may mean they can't carry everyone that wants to travel all at once. 69, yep, that's fine, so we can replace you. So as I said, I was looking at, don't think these will do. They're a little bit cheaper, but they go slower. I don't want to lose speed if I can help it. These go the same speed, 75. 2 cars is just 72. I think that'll do, to be honest. But if we need to, we could always put a third train on, couldn't we? So what does forward or backward mean? So forward means forward facing or backward facing electrical. I'm not sure what difference that makes, but we'll take the forward because I always like to go forward when I'm travelling. Probably the best way to travel. We'll replace you. It's going to cost me money. How old are these trains? Only 6 years old. Okay. There you go. And their condition is very good, and that's fine. What other lines have we got losing money? The goods bulk. Ooh, you're not doing so well, are you, actually? Where are you? Oh, right, you're a funky little thing that takes goods. Where do those goods go? Okay, those goods are coming from somewhere, aren't they? If we go to Izmir, where are the goods coming from? Chengdu and Rangpur. Okay, so the Rangpur is producing goods which are getting far and wide across the island. They should be getting them mostly from Chengdu, which is not actually, but there you go. Actually, how much of their... Yeah, it's not a great supply, is it, really? So how are they getting... Presumably they're coming in here, aren't they? On the steel and goods bulk. You're making a fair amount of money. Put you over there for a second. Yeah, because you're going... Yeah, you're going from the steel mill here up to Chengdu and bringing those goods back. How are we doing here? Oh, that's a station. I want to hit the factory. Yeah, we're doing okay, actually. Yeah, we're getting pretty much 99% of all the goods produced there are being shipped out. Got oversupply of plastic, though. So where's its steel coming from? Could we get any more out of Kiev? I'm not sure that we can actually. Why is there a discrepancy between the ore and the coal? They're kind of all like we've got ore mines, coal mines, ore mine, coal mine. Ore mine, coal mine. You know what I meant. But they're not coming in here. Why are they being... Why is that being shipped? Why are you taking coal? Where are you taking coal? Where's that going? It's going to Jakarta Farm South, which is this one here. Why are you taking coal and ore down here? Do not... Oh my goodness, do not do that. Right, so this is Kiev Central, and we are definitely... Yeah, you're waiting there to... Actually, we'll wait a little bit longer, perhaps. That will do, but we will definitely not be loading coal and ore. I could tell it just to load coal. Oh, sorry, steel, because that's all it should be taking from the steel mill, shouldn't it? But I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to leave it as just a do not take any of these raw materials because the factory wants them, the steel mill wants them. Silly trains. I really do have to get into the habit of classifying exactly what goods are being taken on which line. Okay, well I'm not going to worry about that one too much for the moment. For the food bulk, okay, that's going to feed into something else I want to do. These other routes are doing okay-ish. The Unicorn Express is the one going into Georgetown, so that's fine. All these trains, they're not losing huge numbers really, they're all under 1 million generally speaking. There's some of them do flip-flop quite dramatically. But there was one route, Baghdad Tools Delivery, which I wanted to look at. Actually, it wasn't this one. Let's pause the game for a second. Now you're bringing tools in from here. Okay, what's your line rate? It's 135. We've got lots of tools. Have we waiting here? Yeah, going into... presumably going into Turpan here to be sent up to the hub. How much is Baghdad getting? It's getting 30% more or less, yeah, of the tools it requires. But that one's actually not doing too badly, I suppose, considering. The other one I wanted to look at, which is what I was hoping to see. That's the trouble, I prep these episodes, work out a plan, I identify routes and issues and vehicles I want to look at, and then when I come into the game says, well actually no, things have changed. It was this one I was concerned about. It's now making money. Oh, you blighter. That's interesting. You've only just started making money. Why did that happen? Okay, I'm going to leave that one for a moment. What we'll do, we'll come back when we've completed the major task I want to do. One of the things, as I said, I've been meaning to look at and see if we can do for quite some time is to expand this airport. As you can see, it's chock full. Actually, the airport isn't, this freight hub is. But nothing particularly is overloaded. Izmir freight bulk. Actually, you could do with a bigger and better train, couldn't you? Or more trains. So you're going all the way up there, carrying steel to there. Okay, right. Don't suppose steel is going out here, is it? Don't think it is. It could do. Oh no, there is, yes, there is some steel going out on the airport. Okay, going over to the Hong Kong steel mill here, machines factory here, which is cool. Could we make this train bigger and better, actually? Let's have a quick look at this vehicle. So you're currently 7 years old. You can go at 65 miles an hour. I think that's a limitation of the locomotive rather than the wagons, because the wagons are naffis. I believe you go at 70, you're at 75 now, I think. Can we get a better train than that Korean on there? Let's have a look at that. Or of course we could put a second train on there. Could try that. So the Korean, that is you. 1800. Yes, the limitation of the loco is 65. Now you are much more powerful and go that much faster. I'm not sure I want that speed, 93 miles an hour on a freight service. Let's sort these by speed, shall we? Top speed. So you go at 81. You're a little bit more powerful. Don't have as much tractive effort, mind. You slower, slower, slower. Yeah, you're not fast enough, mates. Okay, let's try then this Indian. So how does that compare in price to? So you're 1.1, and you're less because your tractive effort is less, I suppose. All right, let's replace that. We'll put the Indian on there. There you go. It says it's good performance, is it? Okay. Let's see if that helps. You can now travel at, where's my maximum speed? 75 miles an hour. Good. So it's not much, but it might help clear that backlog at the airport, at the freight hub there. And saying airport, that is what I plan to do. I want to extend this airport. What I was thinking is we could wait until we can put in second runways, which in the vanilla game I think happens around 1980 or so. I did actually check this, I'm sure I checked this, but I've since forgotten and haven't bothered to look again. But I have recently installed a brand new mod for airports, which is the Alternative International Airport, which does have the option to add additional runways. And in fact, you can add those runways to existing vanilla airports. So if I go to miscellaneous here, runway, yeah, as a second runway. Yay! Except there ain't no room here to put it for whatever reasons. I think that fence there is actually part of the airport itself, isn't it? It's not a fence I put on. But as we saw in the last episode, we have a massive emissions problem in Ajaxima, about as red as you can possibly get. So what I want to do is reduce the number of flights coming in here. One thing I could do perhaps is move the entire airport, or, which is what we're going to do today, is separate it out. We're going to move either passengers or freight out of here. And I'm thinking what we could do is, if we move the passenger airport out, where are we going to put it? The only space I've really got, I mean, I could put it here, which is where all the residential area is. It's all very low density at the moment though, unfortunately. So that will just give them just more emissions to worry about. Or I could put it over here, which seems like an awfully long way out of town to go to a passenger airport. Yeah? Although, to be honest, most airports are a long way outside of town anyway, so that's sort of rational, logically, in real world terms. But what I've decided to do is move the freight airport out. So this will just be passenger handling. Now the trouble, of course, with doing that is that we've got the road service here sending goods into Ajaxima, most of which actually comes down into the train hub here. But mostly the train hub is no longer going to be connected directly to the freight airport. So goods going out to Hong Kong, to Port Moresby, to Erewhon, all those other places, and likewise goods coming in from those distant areas will no longer be connected directly to this freight hub. So we're going to need to find a way of connecting that up, and we'll look at that when we get there. Now we could, let's go back to creating an airport. It's going to be a cargo one. Do we want a hangar? We've got a hangar. Actually, what I could do, we could take the hangar out of there, yeah, and put the hangar here. So we could, yeah, two terminals, so we can have alternating if we need it. So we could put our airport. Oh, that is a large one, isn't it? Yes, we could put it out here, which is quite some distance, but what I thought, actually we could do that. What I thought would be cool, actually, was to move it closer. We've got this big hillock here, though. That's actually a mini mountain, isn't it? If we put it here, then we've got to traverse all those train lines there, which are going, they're passenger lines here. So these are passenger lines from Erewhon, from Fukushima, from Baghdad, going into the passenger hub there. What we could do is actually put these train lines underground, under the airport, or maybe around it. I'm not sure I can get them around it. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So what I want to do is get that train out of the way. Oh, and that train. And there's a train coming. Will you trains please go away? Right, let's get them running faster. So I want this area to be clear of trains. There we go. Oh, and stop. Okay, I'm going to stop you. Actually, no, let me run on a little bit more. We're actually near the end of 1977, so we'll get into a new age of vehicles in a moment. Actually, as these trains clear the area, that's fine. And here we are, 1978. We've got some new smaller aircraft, the BA 146. We've got some new locomotives. They're not terribly fast. I think these are Japanese. I may be mistaken. There's quite a few of those. That's definitely a Russian. The Tem. We've seen Thames before. Oh, that's definitely Japanese. These new passenger wagons. 59 miles an hour. Who wants to travel at that sort of speed? No, not me. I like going fast in my trains. When we have trains running. Yes, if you've been watching the British weather recently, or if you've been subject to it in the last few days, as of this recording anyway, you'll know that we've just recently endured Storm Bert, which has caused absolute chaos, and town centres, towns, been completely flooded by meters of water running down high streets. It is incredible. I mean, we saw it in Valencia in Spain a few weeks back, which was appalling enough, but to actually have it on your own doorstep is really quite something else. Right, that's clear now, I think. So we're going to get rid of this coal mine, which is going to be an interesting. Logically, of course, we wouldn't do this because you wouldn't run trains underground where you've just had a coal mine which you've decommissioned. Risk of subsidence, or however you pronounce that particular word, or whatever, I don't know. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to pretend that doesn't matter, but we'll pretend it's a ground coal mine, or ground working, whatever, rather than underground. Now, what I was worried about when I was looking at this and planning to do this was, I've got 4 tracks coming in here. I'm going to need to organise these, aren't I? But then I realised that those tracks aren't actually used. No, because I think that's when I put the high speed route in between Erewhon and Ajaxima. It did come in here on these unused tracks, but then I redirected it down to these tracks, or these platforms in the passenger hub. So those tracks are no longer required. So it's just 2 tracks going in. That's the Fukushima and Baghdad passenger services, and the high speed coming down there. They're coming in through 2 separate tunnels here, so that should be fine. I can keep those easily separated. So first job then, let's get rid of all this track. I think that's all cleared. So how would our airport fit in there? It would fit in fine, and it's still reasonably close to the city, but hopefully far enough away from the residential zones to reduce the emissions going in there. Might have a bit of an issue with this hill. We shall see. Right, let's draw our tracks now. Again, going underground. So this is the high-speed catenary. Yep. So this is going to be the HS, the high-speed route. Can we do this? Yeah, going along there. We don't want it to go up at all. Can I do this as with parallel tracks enabled, so it does both tracks for me automatically? Okay, so we're going in to here. Collision with something. With what? You're not actually colliding with anything that I can see, are you? Oh, what's happened? Oh, is that a bit of a fence or something? Oh no, it's just track. Oh, and ground. Okay, let's level this up. Bigger than that, I think. Again, one thing that I think sometimes does create problems for me. In fact, if I raise all this all the way along here, I'll make that bigger. Will that be bigger? It will be bigger. So it's definitely... Ooh, hang on. What's going on there? Oh, no. Yeah, there's a big slope here. I don't want to bring that down. Okay, let's do that and see what happens. Okay. Try that. Yeah, because when as you saw there, when I'm drawing tracks and indeed roads, because I've enabled the flexible height and depth option within the configuration file for Transport Fever 2, I think sometimes having my tunnels that much closer to ground level does sometimes give me problems. But let's see if that is in fact the case. Here, can we actually connect you? Right, you seem to be okay. Do not go up. Flat, if anything. Okay. What do you... What? Okay. Right, let's see if we can connect you. You're definitely not going... There you are. Okay, no collision. Right, but we don't want you over ground. So if I press the N key to take you down, will you go underground? You will. That's splendid. That's as far as I can take you. Alright, that's good. Do I want to... No, we'll leave those curves in, I think. So that's fine. And it has put the second track in for me automatically. Excellent. Now, this one here... Again, let's do some ground landscaping work here. So this is, which tunnel is this? Well, that's, oops, this one here. What is going on? What that? Very strange. Very strange indeed. Oh, maybe it's because to do with this big mountain I've got here. Okay, we'll smooth it off anyway. Right, let's have a look at the track. That's all right, I think. So let's again draw this in from here. Do not go up. If anything, stay flat. Actually, which... Oh, it didn't come above ground again, did it? So it's one very long tunnel. Yeah, so I think when I've been messing around trying to work that out and see if this was feasible, it did actually have a little above ground moment like that one has there. But again, if we take you down, that's good. That's as far down as you go. Actually, if we take this back, we might be able... Ooh, what's that track doing there? There's a bit stubs of track left. Okay, let's take you all the way back, in fact. There. There's nothing left under the bridge, is there? No, don't think so. Okay, so let's draw our track once more. Where were you? You were over here. Too much slope? No, because you were trying to connect to something else. Ooh, what's that? You see a little bit of break there above groundwork. We don't really want that. Can I make that? Yeah, let's see if we can increase the height of that land around here to prevent that happening. We will attempt to smooth all this out so it looks a little bit more natural perhaps once we've completed the airport building. But the important thing is to get the underground tracks in first, because if you put an airport or any other main structure over tracks, or anything underground for that matter, yeah, getting rid of it, the track that is, for example, in this case, after you've got the airport or whatever it is above it, is a real nightmare. I'm not sure it's actually possible, because the cursor, the bulldozer, always seems to think you want to delete the airport or whatever is above ground. That's better, it's all underground. Good. Yep, that's fine. And we'll have a sexy tunnel exit here. Where's my tunnel symbol? There it is. We'll use that one. Yeah. And where's the tick symbol? There you go. And you've not put my second track in. Possibly, again, the parallel tracks thing, if it notices a change, like going underground or above ground, then it doesn't put the second track in. It needs to be the same sort of position all the way along its length. So we go there and along here. Right. Bridge pillar collision. Oh yeah, so there is. Okay, can I replace this bridge then and get rid of that? Okay, that's a stone bridge. I don't want a stone bridge. You're more or less what we had before, I think. Yeah, that's not going to work unless we move that track a bit further away. Is there another sort of bridge I can put in here which... Oh, what's that? Oh, that looks sexy, doesn't it? Does it tell me what that is? It's a Japanese railway viaduct bridge of some description. Well, that's just a span. I like to have supports, I think. I do... Oh, that looks quite good. But I do quite like this one. Okay, we'll do that. That's going to cost me 165,000. I'm okay with that. Can I then put this track in along here from there? Okay, let's start in the tunnel, shall we? Oh, that's where it is. Good. Job done. We'll need to put some signals back, I think. Yeah, let's do that now. At least with lighted signals, electric signals as opposed to semaphores, they don't look too stupid in a tunnel. There you go. Okay, and my red warning icon is gone, so the trains can all get to where they need to go. Excellent, high-speed route. Yeah, the Fukushima and... No, it's the green one, isn't it? The Fukushima, the green and purple, is it? The Baghdad route's there. Okay, let's put our airport down. That's not an airport icon. This is it. Now we can't put this here, which I think is because there is an implicit depth to the airport asset. And if I raise you up, I should at some point be okay, he said. There you are. Excellent. That looks good. Now, where do we want to organise this? If we organise it like that, which means Manila's going to get us a lot of... might get more emissions in Manila, but well, time will tell. Okay, let's take it down a bit more. Don't want it to be too high. Okay, so they're coming in from... I'm just about to make out the arrows there. Yep, from the landing direction. That's... No, they're coming in from the right. What are you talking about? Landing direction right. Does it mean going right? Could be. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I think that's better. So they're coming down from a relatively flat area of land rather than trying to come down over a mountain, which is what they're doing there. 32.5 million for an airport. That's very cheap. Let's put you there. Okay, now we just need to connect this up with all the other services. Now, what I was thinking was of creating a simple truck route to deliver the goods that come in and go out of the airport here, between the main freight hub here, yeah, which is currently delivering goods locally into Ajaxima and also the whole hub distribution network there. I think that'll work quite well. We're in 1978, so we're getting reasonably good trucks now. They're not quite as good as the 80s, 90s, 2000s, the fast, very large wagons. Or we could attempt to create a sort of small local shuttle service by train. We could do either, but I think I'm going to try and do it with trucks. I think. Or could I actually? Let me just try this with track. Yeah, I have a great plan. We don't need catenary here because this is freight, so that's just diesel. So if we put a little bit of track along there, say, can I get that down? Now we do have a couple of free platforms, not many, we do have a couple of free platforms here at the hub already, or still rather, so I could. Yes, you could link in there like that. Now, would that make a good junction there? I think they're a little bit off. No, that's actually quite good there, isn't it? So we could do it by train. Although trains are that much more expensive. Are they not? Yes, they are. So which trains have we got coming in here? So we'll just look at the ones locally. So the orange. Oh yeah, the Fukushima. Oh, you're a big money maker. And the brown Erewhon. Yeah, you're doing quite nicely as well. And the black is the Baghdad Fuel. So that is you. You're going in there. And we do have this platform here, which is currently an alternate platform for the Baghdad line. The platforms are all about the same size, aren't they, by the look of it? So what have we got here? We've got platforms 14 and 15. Yeah, they are full length. They're not split platforms. So we could actually do that, couldn't we? I think. Which would then make it easier to get a train service from the airport into the freight hub here. I like that idea. Can we then rearrange? Which one should we rearrange? Erewhon, I think. Yeah, the Erewhon route. Erewhon goods bulk. That is you. Oh, and the Baghdad one actually. We'll move Baghdad over. That's you. So we'll manage that line. And can I put you to 17? Clearly I can. And alternate with 16. Yep, that's good. And the Erewhon one. Can you go into no, can you go into 17? You can. Yes. Where you go? Oh, you're no, not 17, 16. That's it. No, not. Hang on. So you're going into your main platform is going to be 16 because the Baghdad is going into 17. What am I doing? Click that. That's it. You're going to 16. That's better. And you're alternating. Not 17, but 15, I think. And then, oh, we probably ought to need to change the other one as well, actually. The Fukushima one, was it? Oh, that's you. Oh, no, so you are going into platform 15. Yeah, which means then platform 14, which is an alternate for Fukushima, can be used for our local service coming down from the airport. Sweet, I think. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's place a little station. It doesn't need to be big, does it, really? So buildings, cargo. I could use a little bit scare. That's along here. But I do like to have a platform. And I'm not great at decorating platform assets, so we'll use a standard station, I think, here. It does need to connect to that. If I put you there, are you on the same level? I could have made this ground flat to start with, couldn't I? Perhaps I should have done that. Let's do that. No, does that... Actually, let's get rid of that station. Yeah, you see, if you can't try and delete the track underneath the airport, you're not going to have much luck. Oh, you can do it there, but that's not really part of the airport. You can't do it within the airport boundaries itself, really. Yeah, the game really could do with a proper underground mode, I think, to make that somewhat easier to do. No, a lot easier to do. Let's be honest about it. Right, I don't know how much more of this I need to raise up. Interesting little sort of boundary line there, isn't there? Oh, and the alternate I don't think puts fences around the airport, which is nice. So if you don't like fences, that is. Okay, train station. Right, this is okay, so we need to connect you to there. It never puts big cargo buildings on. I do wish it would. 240. Yeah, why not? So if I put you there and then configured you and got rid of, say, those two, can we put a proper cargo building in here? Yes, we can. Not the biggest one. No, but we can put you in there, which looks better, I think. And then we can pretend that these buildings, these ramps here, actually go directly into the cargo warehouse kind of spaces. And another one along there. Yeah, that does. Yeah, so you're all connected. There you go. Do we actually want this to be 2-track? Yes, I do. For which, actually, we're going to need... Okay. Yeah, we're going to need this high-speed track. One thought that had occurred to me was when I was thinking, oh, we could do this cargo transfer by rail, was actually use the station here to bring goods in, rather than having cargo coming from this part of the map going into the freight hub directly. Actually send it to here and then have the shuttle service taking it into the freight hub there. But then when I looked at the lines map, and I have not got any freight services anymore actually going this side. They're all going that side of the sort of the airport, really. Yeah, this old Manila freight handling station is defunct, so I suppose I could decommission it, but I'm going to leave it there. It's not. It is costing me money, but not an enormous amount. Let's put some track in. High speed, no catenary. That's good. Connect you. If we go further up, we're going to have possibly trouble with slopes. Okay, let's make this flat here. Take that down a bit, which might help a little bit in getting up there. Going to want... Oh, we got crossovers here. Oh, okay, right, yes. I thought we were closer to the platform, but that's not platform. That's just pathways for staff to cross the railway to get between all these switch boxes and control towers that I put in. So actually coming from here is not a problem. Staying flat and as fast as you like. 77, 76, that'll do, I think. Good. From there to there. Going up there. And oh, you don't need a bridge at all. You can do it as simply a big bit of landfill. This is a very short route, isn't it? Very short indeed. is it? Are we going to be able to create profitable train routes along this bit of track? Probably not. Okay, let's unless of course. Okay, what we'll do. Can I move this station along a little bit? Yes, we can. Okay, and then put the track out this away. Okay, I'm sure we do not need. No, we do not need 240 meters. 200 will be fine. Of that, I'm certain. There you go. A little bit of crossy overy thing. That's good. Signalling. One way. Don't need to auto signal because it's not that far to go. That's good. And coming out like so. Coming in there and coming out there. That looks all right. Manila Airport. No, you're not. You're going to be. You're going to replace this freight. So we'll call this. Yeah, we'll call this Ajaxima. We'll copy that because I'm lazy at typing. We'll call you Ajaxima Airport West. That will do. And this train station. Oh, actually, yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. But can we create a route from here? I'd like it to be a different colour. Blue? Yeah, that should be okay, that side. From there to Ajaxima Freight. And yes, you are going into precisely the correct platform. My goodness, you're good. Alternating with platform 15. And this is going to be the Ajaxima Air Freight Shuttle. Now, this is where I'm going to lose freight, I think. This Hong Kong, you're the only service going in there, aren't you? I think. Yep. So if we manage this line and say don't go to Ajaxima Air Freight Services, go to there instead. Take you away. Ooh, hang on. Let's set this up to... Let's check. What have I got it set to at the moment? 40 seconds. Is that all? Okay. Well, we will change that to 60. What am I doing here? I'm not taking logs or conmat. Okay, we'll set the same rules up here then. No logs, no conmat. From Airport West. Good. And we can alternate you with the other terminal if we get more than one flight in at the same time. But what we do want is a train. So you're coming into these platforms here, so yeah, any of these depots here should be able to service that route. What have we got in the way of trains? Diesels. This is ooh. You look quite good. 50 miles an hour, quite powerful, so quite chunky. Oh, you're the new Russians, aren't you? 62, not quite as powerful, but you might be powerful enough for what we want to do here. What's the difference between the M and the U? TMU is the next upgrade. There's a modernisation of the TM2. Is the next, okay, so 78, oh yeah, 74 and then 78, yeah. Now you're a kind of shuttle we've used before. You've got lots of power actually. Not much tractive effort. This one's going up a hill, isn't it? Up to the airport, so it might want tractive effort. So what price, what are you, you're 900,000 a year. You're a lot less. Okay, let's try. We'll try the latest one, which doesn't have as much power. Okay, well we'll take the older one then. We'll add you, and we want to carry anything and everything, which is one of the reasons I thought trains might be better than trucks. I mean, we do have those tarpaulin trucks which will carry anything and everything, but I thought trains might be better for this. Yeah, you're a little bit old now, but Hey ho. That, and we'll put 2 of you on. Buy 2 of you for 18, nearly 19 million. And can we put you on the air freight shuttle? Yes, apparently we can. Excellent. So, do we have any planes coming in? You're coming in. Where are you? Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. 2 airplanes in air at the same time. Now that strikes me as a kind of screenshot moment, doesn't it? Oops, it would if I could catch them. Okay, screenshot taken. Whether it's the one I actually used or not, I don't know yet. But oh, it's so cool. Having 2 planes flying in at the same time. I could, of course, have 2 runways on that airport, but I don't think I need them, as we've only got 4 or 5 planes on this route anyway, haven't we? 5. So they should be okay. But if it does get too busy, we can, of course, always put on. What are they doing? This is too close, isn't it? Really is. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all these. Wow. I'm not sure that would be acceptable. That's ridiculous. Yes. The flight controllers and indeed the pilots would be having a heart attack at this particular point, I think. Yeah, I have a suspicion that was actually a mid-air collision. Okay, so where the heck are we? So that is where the heck are they going? Oh, they're turning right. Oh, hang on. Where is Ajaxima Airport? I've completely lost my bearings. There we are. Oh, we have a aircraft already landing, carrying 66 coal for some reason. Okay, and is that a train? No, you're a Fukushima train. Where's... oh, our train's still... what's that? Oh, right, you're coming up. Good. Looking lovely. And there is no way you can get from there... oh, bother. Why have you gone that way? Okay, so you were train 53. Where's train 71? You're there. Maybe we should have chosen another depot. No, we're going to have to get rid of these trains, I think. Okay, so that, manage the vehicles. We will sell all the vehicles. Yep. And bring them out of the 3rd depot, I think. Let's try this one. Let's see if this one gives us any better value. Okay, let's buy those trains again. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. 8 of those, whatever it was. And it was the Russian TEM 2. Ah, there you are. The TEM 2. Yeah, that was it. M. 2 of those. That's it. That's the same price. And you can go on to the air freight shuttle. So you're coming out of that door, which I think is a better fit. So you should then go down this track here. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. And those trays. Ooh, good. And they're using both terminals. Excellent. Why is there nothing being dropped off here? You're waiting. So you've got 66 coal. Oh, the train is coming. Good. Okay, collision detection isn't terribly clever. Oh, you're not dropping anything off. Why not? You've got goods and planks and stuff. Why are they not dropping stuff off? Unless they were going from the old Ajaxima airport to Hong Kong, which is actually quite possible. Yeah. Okay, right. Let me run this forward a little bit further and hopefully we will have some aeroplanes carrying stuff which actually wants to go into the hub. While our first, that is you, isn't it? You're going into the hub. Are you going to pick anything up? Ah, looks like you might. There's stuff there. Oh, there's a lot of stuff being sent. Oh, it could possibly do with longer trains on this little shuttle. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Put 2 more on each train. Yeah, it's still within 200 meters in length, so that is acceptable. What do we got there? A lot of coal for some reason. Oh yeah, for the... There's a steel mill on Hong Kong Island, isn't there? I'm not sure I want coal going all the way out there, but if it makes money, it will do, possibly. There's lots of coal coming in. I'm not sure coal is something you really want to be carried by air freight, but it seems on Ajaxima that's a perfectly legitimate thing to do. Okay, let's keep an eye on these aircraft. Are any of them, your aircraft number 3, coming back to... Oh, you are. Carrying coal. You're probably not... I'm not convinced you guys know where you're going. Let's see what happens when they land next. Okay, we have a plane full of coal landing again. And we have a lot of coal waiting to go to Hong Kong. What's it going to do? Is it going to make any money? Yes, thankfully. And it's going to take a lot of coal back. I have no idea what's going on here. But that's nothing new, is it, for me in this game? Right, before we close them, reconfigure this airport here to take away the hangar, which we don't need anymore, and these 2 cargo terminals. Excellent. So it's just now a passenger airport. I suppose I could paint that, couldn't I? There you go. Lovely. Is it smoothable? Yes. Right, I might add some more detail to that as we go forward. Our trains are full of stuff. Not making money as yet. Let's see. So you're coming up here. Yeah. The passenger planes appear to be flying quite close to this airport, but sure they'll cope. Yes, this shuttle service should be able to make money. That shouldn't be a problem. Right, so I'm going to leave this here for now. I'll say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2 here on the Highland Hub series. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbs uppy button. If you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game or the game itself, then please do drop a note into the comments box below. It's always awesome to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. I hope this shuttle line isn't going to get in the way of my other mainline services, like this one here being held up. Seems to be okay. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure it will be fine. And it looks like, yeah, we should be okay for profit. Yeah, we are in profit on this shuttle route already. Excellent. Anyway, that really is it for now, I think. So I should say thank you so much for watching. Do like, do comment, do subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you again very soon here in Transport Fever 2, or indeed any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2. Until the next time, bye bye for now.